Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tita Tarot. It's been a while since I last uploaded a video on YouTube, and I'm very happy that I'm able to do it again. That I was able to do it again, and I hope to sustain this. I hope to do this regularly now. If you notice, there's a change in the logo because I'm sort of rebranding, and from this day forward, I will be scheduling my posts, and there'll be a theme for each day. So there'll be an announcement after this reading. But for today, our theme is the challenge that you'll be facing this week. Okay, so our theme for each Monday, every Monday, is Monday Madness. So it's going to be about the challenge that you need to face this week, and I'm going to post my forecast for October 14 or October 13 to October 31, or up until November 3. That would cover Mercury retrograde. So you might want to like check if both readings resonate to you. Okay, now let's begin. Choose a card from choose from these four cards. I used the oracle, the Sibyl oracle. I'm trying to look for the I'm looking for that for the box. Okay, the Sibyl oracle cards, or La Sibylle de l'Oracle. Okay, so choose from 1 to 4, but I would suggest that you take time choosing. Okay, or choose that card which calls calls out to you. Choose the one that resonates to you. Okay, the most. All right. Now, once you have chosen, I'm going to give you your. I'm going to give the interpretation. Now, these are just the base cards. Okay, these are the base cards, but I also selected clarifiers from the Zombie Tarot deck and from the Doreen Virtues Archangel Michael deck. The clarifiers are there to give me more insights about what the base card is about. Okay, now let's begin. Now, if you chose 1, your card is gambling or gamblers. Okay, now maybe you are into gambling, maybe you're into poker or casino, or maybe you're not, but essentially gambling could be about taking risks. Okay, so it's not just literal gambling, but it that involves money, but it could involve, for example, your skill, your time, anything that you spend or invest on. That's a gamble. Now, it's in the reverse position, so I will interpret it this way. This week, your biggest challenge is to make a decision whether to seize a certain opportunity. Apparently, something has already been presented to you, and you may be deciding whether to take that path or to stay where you are. Okay, now the advice is, do not make unnecessary risks, or do not take unnecessary risks. Do not gamble, because you may not be in an advantageous position. Okay, the clarifying card is 7 of Swords in reverse. So that already gives me the signal, that's already the telling sign that if you do take this, if you do gamble, if you do risk it, whatever it is, there's a huge chance of you getting cheated on. There's a chance that this is a shady deal, or that you're not quite sure what you're getting yourself into. So better take your time. Okay, or yeah, or you can just stay where you are. Okay? The other clarifying card is from Archangel Michael, you're on the right path. So you don't actually have to do this. You don't actually have to gamble, to take risks, because you are on the right path, the current path you're in. So there's no need for you to be confused. Okay? Going to read the prayer from the card. Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I easily understand. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage and confidence to make helpful life changes. So that pretty much explains it. This week, if you were already presented with a question, whether to do something that you're not very comfortable or not comfortable doing, or you're not yet confident in making that decision, it's because you are not supposed to do that. Okay? Be very, very careful with people you meet, and do not just invest your money, your time, your feelings, your emotions um on things that are not clear to you yet. Okay, I mean, it takes time. You have to wait for people. Have to wait for trust to be established. And if you're doing this, if you're making decisions hastily, uh, I guarantee that that's not gonna lead you to a good place. Okay, so just trust the path that you're on right now. Okay, next, if you chose number two, the card is loss of money. So that's really obvious. Okay, now there's a loss of money. You could have lost money. You could have already spent your money, and now your resources are dwindling. So what to do? I got the Queen of Swords for the clarifying card. You have to be strategic. Okay, you have to be strategic. Find a new job, or save up, save what you can, earn double time. Okay, this loss of money won't be resolved if we're not gonna do anything. So it's either you work double time, or you discipline yourself not to spend on unnecessary things. So the challenge is obviously financial in nature. Okay. Now, some of you may be embroiled in debt, right? And you may be thinking how you could uh, get out of that situation. The card that I got from the Oracle deck is decide to be happy now. So it actually says that the key to your freedom, or the key to your happiness, is in you. Okay, it's when you decide for yourself that uh, this poverty mindset has to stop, or that this uh, this poor financial situation that you're in has to stop, and it will begin in you. So discipline yourself. I mean, if I understand that some of you have lots of responsibilities, but then again, you also have to be realistic about your what you're earning and what you're spending on. Okay, now, if, for example, you don't spend on so much stuff, then what you can do is find a new job, find a job that would fulfill your needs, that would satisfy your passions as well. So it doesn't really have to be the kind of work that you'll hate. Okay, so that's it. So, your biggest challenge is money, loss of money. But then again, the solution is in you. It rests in you. You have to be disciplined, strategic. You save up for the rainy day. Next, if you chose number three, Your card is fright. Although you see that it's more, it's the death card. I mean the symbol is death card, but the interpretation is fright or fear. Now, what is it that you're afraid of? The biggest challenge for you, I think this has to do with relationships, or if not, something about your passions. But the oracle card says it's about relationships. So see if it resonates with you. Okay. Now, what are you afraid of? It's Merc retro, and you know what happens when it's Mercury retrograde? We are advised do not to make big decisions. I mean, we've seen that in cards 1 and 2, but here in card number 3, you're advised to take a step back and or to forge ahead. I mean, do not be afraid to confront your past. So that's going back. That's going retro, but it's the green light is on. So it's the universe telling you this is the perfect time for you to confront your fears, because you were so afraid of dealing with them before, and now it's catching up with you, or it's catching up to you. Okay. Now, the clarifying card is Temperance. It's a card from the Major Arcana. Are you afraid of changing for the better? Are you afraid that Are you afraid of waiting for something for so long? Okay, there are so many possibilities. There are so many reasons that you're why you're afraid. Okay, so one is you're afraid that something or someone might change you for the better or for the worse. The second is you're afraid of waiting. It's probably because you think that if you wait for long, you might end up deciding on something. For example, if we're talking about a person, and that person is taking a long time making up his or her mind, and you just couldn't stand the you couldn't stand the waiting time, then I think it's stemming from your fear of you getting tired and just walking away. So you might be wishing for somebody to act already, because you fear that if the person doesn't budge, you might just walk away, get tired and walk away. So that's the challenge. If it's a relationship reading, okay? But for those who are not in a relationship and this does not resonate with you, then probably it has to do with work. But it's the same banana. You're afraid that some like a career, you're afraid that a job, a prospect won't call you, or a job won't what do you call this? You won't get your ROI from your job, or that a potential or a boss would not call you to hire you or to talk to you to give you promotion. It will have to do with waiting. You're afraid that things are taking a slow turn, but you're not actually afraid of the slow burn. You're afraid that you might get impatient and then you'll just give everything up. Okay. Now, the Oracle card is Romance Angels are helping you. That's why I said this might be 80% about love and relationships. Okay, the prayer is, Dear guardian angels of my soulmate, thank you for preparing my soulmate and me for love, for giving us the motivation to make healthful life changes, and for arranging us to meet. Thank you for helping us to recognize each other and have the courage to say hello so that we can eventually delve into a truly intimate relationship. Okay, now how does that help you in your fear of waiting, in your anxiety? Okay, your fear of changing your prior decision. Okay, that this has to do with relationships, okay? But even if it's not, even if it's career or something else, if it's meant for you, it's for you. Okay, that's it. If it's meant for you, it's for you. And in terms of relationships, you don't have to wait, like sit there and wait for someone to call, wait for someone to arrive. You can do what you like. I mean, you can work, you can travel. If this person is meant to be with you, there's a way for you to meet. And you will recognize this person. And that person will recognize you as well. So there's no reason for you to sit there idly. There's no reason for you to be afraid. Okay? Now it's the same thing for a career. You don't have to sit there waiting for a phone call. You can keep your lines open. You can accommodate other options. At the end of the day, one of them will talk to you. So again, biggest challenge. For number three, I think it's not just for this week, but it's part of your journey, at least for the next 3 months or 6 months, that you'll have to deal with your impatience, your anxiety. Okay. Lastly, our last card is Journey, Voyage, Journey. But the clarifying card is Three of Swords, and you know what that means, heartbreak. This is an emotional journey. That's the biggest challenge for you. It could have started already, or you're preparing yourself for it. It's an emotional journey. Now, you don't have to tell me, okay, Tita, I am in a perfectly healthy relationship right now, and I don't get what you mean by being in an emotional journey. Okay, there are shadows, there are past traumas, there are ghosts from the past that you haven't healed from yet. Okay, so look at it in that from that perspective. This is the time for you to heal from those traumas. And it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because it's going to dredge up all the pain, all the hurt. And it's not going to be easy. It's actually an ugly process. Okay, but that journey is important for you to move forward. And I really like the advice here from Archangel Michael. Take your time making this decision. The prayer reads, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. So you are being prepared for this, no question about that. But proceed, proceed calmly. You don't need to be in a hurry. Okay? Some healing journeys take years. Some take months, some take weeks. It doesn't really matter. You follow your own pace. You follow your heart. Okay. I'll continue reading. So please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. Remind me to detach and step back. Again, Mercury retrograde. Step back. You can't move forward unless you face your past. You have to go back. So everything is about Mercury retrograde. I'm loving this reading. Okay? Remind me to step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold, and thank you for protecting me. So, if you're ready to take on this journey, if you're ready to embark on this emotional journey, ask protection from Archangel Michael and say your thanks. He's with you along the way. All right, so that's it for our reading. I hope that I was able to enlighten you in some ways. Thank you for joining me today, and tune in tomorrow for Tuesdays and tea leaves. Okay, I think there's a typo there. Tune in tomorrow for Tuesdays and tea leaves. And I'm going to read tea leaf cards for astrological signs. Okay, so if you know your moon sign, your sun sign, moon sign, and your ascendant signs, that's better. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. And again, please wait for the forecast. I'm almost done with the video. Please wait for the forecast. That will include some tips on what you could do this Mercury retrograde period. Thank you so much. Bye.